We are back, love. Welcome back to the Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Jack Sparrow. With me, as always, is Post Malone. We got 18 years of combined fantasy football experience right here. How you doing over there, love?
I'm doing good, man. We here. We in the podcast. We live. We out here.
Man, I told you Post Malone ain't got no accent.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
But awesome. We got some starts and sits going today. Let's just go ahead and get it going, get it rolling. Yes, right. Starts and sits, but we got somebody in already, has a question already. We got Big Grumps in. Welcome back, buddy. Thanks for coming back. He says, I've been debating this trade in my head for days now. Do I trade away Pierce, Stevenson, A.J. Brown, and Ertz for Kelsey, Evans, and Mostert? My other running backs are Mixon and ETN.
I say no.
Yeah.
I love Pierce, Stevenson, A.J. Brown, and Ertz. I mean, I don't even care really who your tight end is. I like what you got way over everything. Like Kelsey's the only thing that I would really want out of the other team. And if you've got better pieces than just have Kelsey. Like I like what you got already.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I hope we helped you out, buddy. And he says it helped me out right off the rip. Patriots Sports Radio. What up, boys? Love the costumes. What's up, Chris? That's my dude over there. Who else is popping in? Bayou Bangle.
Right.
There he is. Y'all's costumes are top notch. And yeah, I mean, you see the beads, right? I mean,
we braided up over here.
Heck yeah. That eyeliner on Bandy is amazing. Hey, that's homemade, right? Look at that. Whatever, bro. It's guyliner when I'm doing it. Another one we got. How do you rank these running backs? PPR, Swift, ETN, Aaron Jones, Ken Walker. Rank them.
Man, this is a tough one. All four of these guys are pretty solid, but if I had to put them in order of in PPR, it makes it a little bit better for some of them. But if I had to put an order of guys that I want, Ken Walker's at the top of the list for me out of these four. And then it's Swift, and then it's ETN, and then it's Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, the Green Bay offense, if they step it up a little bit, then I like Aaron Jones more. But as of right now, that's just how I feel about it.
Aaron Jones is the Green Bay offense, honestly. But PPR, it's hard not to put Ken Walker in there, man. He's been just killing it. But Ken Walker, I like Swift, then ETN, then Aaron Jones. And I got Aaron Jones, so that hurts. Hey, and you heard
same order.
Hey, you heard Bayou Bangle, yo, hit that like button, y'all. But let's get into the first game, buddy. Let's see. First off, Chiefs and Chargers are on a bye this week, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So first game, we've got the Denver Horsemen versus the Jacksonville Jack-O-Lanterns.
All right. Over under for this game. They got the Jaguars winning by 4, and the over under is 40 points. It's tough, but I think the Jaguars pull it off. I mean, I hate to say it, the Broncos, if they lose this game, they're out of playoff contention, but or they're looking real close to it anyway. And especially if Russell Wilson doesn't start, if he does, maybe he comes back with some kind of, I'm better now, but we've heard that like 4 weeks in a row, and it just hadn't looked good for him. So give me the Jags.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are I think Russ is gonna be back, first of all, but I think the Broncos are gonna win this one. I really do. I think it's time to, it's time to step it up, and I think they know that.
They need to.
I can't believe we're already talking about out of playoff, like already. You know what I mean? Already talking about stuff like that. I mean, this season has flown by.
I mean, it's really their division specifically is what hurts them the most. Because you got people like the Panthers who are like 2-5 or something, and like about to be in the battle for first place in the division.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a tough division over there. But let's go to some of my Broncos starts. I think if Russ is in, you probably got to play him. I mean, unless you can find something else. I mean, I think Russ is probably, and I think he's going to do better. I think he's going to step it up, like I said, and I think his reputation is very important to him, and I think he knows that things need to change, and I think he's going to do it. I think you got to start Latavius Murray here. I mean, if you're thinking about starting any running back on that team, I don't trust Melvin Gordon, obviously, for obvious reasons. I traded that guy away for a reason. Now the wide receiver stuff going on over there, like Judy went off last week. He had a good game and Sutton didn't. But I think I feel more comfortable keeping Sutton as a start and Judy as a sit here. I mean, the numbers for the year is what I'm sticking with rather than just one game. And Sutton has been the guy in Denver. Greg Dulcich, the tight end over there, is starting to get work, starting to be productive. Seemed like he came out of nowhere. I like Dulcich here. What do you think, Trey?
Yeah, I like Dulcich a lot. It's tough to start Russell Wilson, man. As awful he's looked, man. He's probably on waiver wires in some places. I mean, it's sad. But I do like the take on the Cortland Sutton. I've even heard trade rumors coming with Jerry Jeudy. And you don't give normally the guy that you plan on trading too much work, you know what I mean, unless it's just necessary for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Let's kick it over to the Jaguars, though. Trevor Lawrence has been decent, I guess, fantasy wise. Obviously,
right.
He's produced enough to stay on your team, I think. ETN obviously firing this guy up. James Robinson is gone now. The coaches have said that ETN's snap share and all that is going to stay the same. I just don't see how that's going to happen. You know, I think they're just going to do some more with ETN and they're just kind of like playing the cards close to the chest or whatever. But I know a lot of people are saying don't touch any wide receivers on the Jaguars, but honestly, I like Kirk as a start here, and in deeper leagues, I like Zay Jones as a start.
They've been giving Zay Jones some design run plays too around the end zone, and I like all that.
But yeah, you got anything else for the Jags or the Broncos, Trey?
No, it's gonna be a boring game. That's what I got.
Is that the one? Yeah, that's in
London.
That's the London game. So we got an early morning game, guys. Don't forget to set your lineups Saturday night or whatever. But let's go to the next game. I have got the Miami Darkness versus the Detroit Leviathans.
Over under for this game is 50 points. They got the Dolphins winning by 3.5. Obviously, give me the Dolphins to get the dub. I mean, Detroit's offense is awesome, but they cannot win football games.
No, you're right. They cannot get it together. You're 100% right. I've got the Dolphins taking the win on that one as well, but I like the Lions. I would love to see the Lions get the win here. It's just they seemingly work very hard. They just can't seem to put the pieces together there. So
jumping into my Dolphins starts, I've got Tua Tagovailoa. Crank that boy in. That dude's a monster, you know. And him paired with Hill and Waddle, obviously, we're throwing them in. Mostert, I mean, he's just steadily on the climb with the amount of work he's been getting. And then Gesicki. Gesicki's been running routes on 98% of the routes, and they're making a point to get him the ball. Where originally he was just being a blocker. Now they are making a point to get him the ball. Gesicki is a great tight end to have this week.
Yeah, I like Gesicki. I think you're right. That's all. I don't really have much else for them. I think you hit the hammer on the head.
Let's jump to the Lions starts. I'm not starting Goff in single quarterback leagues, maybe in 2 quarterback leagues. He's just been inconsistent. He's had some great weeks, but then he's had some rough weeks. But this offense is really good, so you know it's kind of a swing and a miss, and sometimes he hits. But I like to start Swift and Williams. I think they'll both get work. And I think you can start either one, but I think you're hoping for a touchdown with the one that you're starting versus to be a starting RB1 or 2 versus a flex. And then St. Brown, Monroe, he's trending towards playing. So if you have him, I mean, you're probably starting him. And his injuries seem like, fluke incidents. It's not like he's injury prone or anything. I mean, he had a concussion and everything like that. So, I mean, if he's healthy and he's in, you're playing him, and hopefully he stays healthy. And then Khalif Raymond, I mean, he got more work last week than Josh Reynolds. And Reynolds' knee's still hurting him. So I would sit Josh Reynolds. And if I was starting another wide receiver on this team, I'd go Khalif Raymond.
Wow. Big words over there, Khalif Raymond. Who knows? I mean, who knows? Josh Reynolds trending down, but if they can get it together, I feel like Josh Reynolds is, probably the guy that I would trust. You know what I mean? Like I love the take on that though. And you might be right. Who knows? You got anything else, buddy?
That's it I got for them.
All right, then. Let's go to the next game. We got the Carolina Phantoms versus the Atlanta Fangs.
Over under for this game is 41 points. They got the Falcons winning by 6. Give me the Carolina Panthers for the dub, baby.
Really?
Oh, yes, sir. You just mad because of the Tampa Bay. That's the only reason you're going for Atlanta. Boy, get out of here.
No, honestly, I should want Atlanta to lose because they would go down in their But I got Atlanta winning because I think they will win the game. I think they're the better football team, not by much, but I think Mariota's good over there. Real quick, Sir Bongs a lot says, "Ha, these two got dressed up." That's how I felt.
Bongs a lot.
That's how I felt like he said it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's right, baby. Hey, we have fun over here, man. But let's go to the Panthers starts. D'Onta Foreman, I believe, is your guy.
To the moon, baby. To the moon.
Yeah. I mean, Cuba's out. People are dropping them left and right. I guess people are done with the whole Cuba thing. I haven't heard like a super lot on the injury with that. Like, have you, Trey?
I think I heard it was a hamstring, but I don't think it's like a IR situation. I think he's just out for this game, and they're gonna, game by game basis thing.
D'Onta Foreman, he's gonna go off. I think. DJ Moore. I mean, who knew you just had to get rid of Robbie Anderson in order to get DJ Moore to be fantasy relevant again? I think you could start DJ Moore up. I mean, I like it. PJ Walker seems to like him, so. That's if he likes him, I like him. Let's see. If you're in a tough spot in your 2 quarterback leagues, obviously, PJ Walker didn't do terrible last week. I mean, I know, it was against the Bucs, and they have struggled on defense. Not a lot of heart in that team. But if you had to, PJ Walker in your double quarterback leagues, I'd throw him in. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah. We got a question here. Would you trade D-Hop and Hunt for ETN if running back desperate? From Dylan.
Honestly, if I've got some decent wide receivers, I'm doing that if I'm not running back desperate, because I think ETN is a top 10 running back, and and especially with James Robinson out, I'm trying to go get him. And for D-Hop and Hunt, I think that's good value for ETN.
Yeah, especially James Robinson's gone now. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a good trade. If somebody
you can push Hunt right now before November 1st because everybody's talking about him getting traded, and you can push that narrative. I don't know if it'll happen or not. If it does, you might lose out a little bit, but ETN's so good that I don't think it's going to matter. But you can push that narrative to try to get Hunt and D-Hop out there for a good value.
For sure. And he says his wide receivers are stacked, so.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Let's roll to the Falcons. Let's go to the Falcons here. I like Mariota in this matchup. I liked Brady in this same matchup, though. That Carolina defense is pretty decent, I guess. They made Tom Brady look bad. I'll say that. You know what I mean? I like Tyler Algier as a start here. I'm sitting Kyle Pitts, man. We threw him in the gag bag a couple of weeks ago. He acted like he peeked his head out of the gag bag for a minute, and then he jumping back down in there. I I'm done with Kyle Pitts. I don't want the frustration of Kyle Pitts on my team. Facebook user, put your name in there just so I know who you are. But
that's Cooper. That's Commissioner Cooper. I promise.
That's Coop. What is up, Captain Vandy Trea? Your segment is waiting. Who would you rather, Paris Campbell or Marquise Goodwin?
That's tough. If DK Metcalf is out, it's Marquise Goodwin all day. I'm rolling that way, but I don't know. That's tough. I think I would go Goodwin just because I'm worried about Paris Campbell. I mean, I know that I said he was a good waiver wire pickup this week, and I still believe that. But between the two, I think I like Goodwin this week specifically.
Yeah. Well, they said that there's some possible chance DK Metcalf might come back, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Marquise Goodwin, I think they realize he's going to do something over there. Hopefully, you know what I mean? So I like it. Let's see. Jordan Thomas Trench's question. Olave, Lockett, and Lamb are my starters. Is there more? Here we go. Would you sub out any of those for Deontay Johnson or Brandon Cooks this week?
The only one that I would even think about, in my opinion, is subbing out Lockett for Brandon Cooks, just because Nico Collins is out and Lockett is still battling that injury. They act like he's going to play, but it's just I like Brandon Cooks. It's hard because Brandon Cooks has been rough, but with Nico Collins out, I feel like Brandon Cooks' target share is going to go back to double digits like he had. And Lockett's got that boom potential, but Brandon Cooks got that consistency normally. So that's the only one. But I like the three, Olave, Lockett, and Lamb. Anyway, it's really a flip a coin with the Lockett Cooks for me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Cooks just popped up on the injury report also, which scares me. Deontay Johnson, I hope, has a bounce back game, but doesn't look like it's in the cards.
I'm not sitting any of those guys for Deontay Johnson.
No, absolutely not. I love Olave, and Lockett without DK, injured or not, I think is going to be good. I think you just got to stick with what you got, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. If DK is, I wasn't processing that, but yeah, if DK is out, Lockett could, even with hurt, could be insane. So yeah, I'd rather have Lockett with DK out than Cooks with Nico out. So.
Yep. And Jackson has a question. Get ready, Trey. You ready? My team is Lamar, Pierce, JT, Cup, Hill, Higbee, and Godwin with Mostert and Pollard on the bench. 10-man PPR. Do I trade Hill and Higbee for Kelsey and DK? I trade Hill and Higbee for Kelsey and DK.
I'm assuming that this is a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah.
And then 1 flex. So, I mean, yeah, you could. If somebody would go Hill and Higbee, because you got Godwin and Cup as your wide receivers, you could flex Pollard easily this week, and Mostert is a good flex. We play in a lot of leagues normally with a bigger team, but I definitely like that. If you can pull that trade off, I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, for sure. TSS Fantasy, is Jordan going down in the feud tonight? Tune in at 9 p.m. That's right. Check out my boys over at TSS Fantasy. I got Bandy's flex start of the week going on over there. Trey is working on getting him a segment. It's great stuff over there. Fun guys. I'm serious, honestly. But Falcons. Anything else for the Falcons, Trey?
I don't like the Falcons. That's all.
Yeah. I hear you.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. But real quick, guys, let's get a quick word from our sponsors, and we will be right back. Support for Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming? Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 6 million worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and worldwide shipping with the code SUPERFLEX20 at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 12 million balls. $12 million balls is the answer, guys. Check out Manscaped. Great stuff going on over there. Use the promo code SUPERFLEX20. Awesome. Jordan Thomas over from Truth Serum Football has a question for us. Who won this trade? Lamb, Najee, Deontay for Waddle and Hunt?
That's disgusting on both sides, really. Because
I think the Lamb side.
I think the Lamb side, just because it's 3 players versus 2. I love Waddle. Hunt and Najee are really on the same level to me right now. They're both putting like 8 points up. You know what I mean? Like, and then Lamb and Deontay really equal Waddle, in my opinion. But that's pretty equal to me, honestly. The more I think about it, I want the Lamb, Najee, Deontay side just for the upside of one of them actually getting better and being back to their usual self. But I'm going Lamb, Najee, Deontay side, because who knows? Najee could get it together. Lamb is trending up with Dak back. I like that side of it because I feel like there's more potential. However, Hunt, possibly LA bound, could turn into something. I still like the Lamb Najee side of that trade, though. I don't like banking on speculation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, when you're in them deeper leagues, bro, you got to live on that speculation.
I get it.
Hey, I have had Marquise Goodwin stashed in the 32-man league for months, bro.
Well, hey, I went out and looked in our 32-man league. I was trying to grab Dearness Johnson. He been on somebody's bench. I'm like,
yeah, it's slim pickings over there, man. But hopefully that Marquise Goodwin pick is gonna pay off, man. I wish I would have played him last week, but I mean, who would have thought? You know what I mean?
Right.
Big Money Joe says 32-man league. What the? Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's just, we got wild stuff going on. We actually have a video on our channel, man, to explaining that whole 32-man league thing we got going on over there. It's wild.
We're both 4-3 in there right now, right? Or 3-4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're working on it, man. It's tough. It's a
started 3-0. Now I'm 3-4.
Yeah, rough. It's rough, bro. I mean, basically, you have to draft perfect, I think.
Yeah.
Playing coaches in 32-man league. You already know, man. You already know. But let's keep it rolling, buddy. Let's go to the next game here. We've got the Arizona Corpses versus the Minnesota Vampires.
Let's go. Over-under for this game is 48 points. They got the Vikings winning by 5.5. Give me the Vikings with the dub. I like that a lot.
Yeah, actually, I got the Cardinals taking the W in this one. Honestly, I think the Vikings started hot, and they've kind of become the Vikings that we used to know, minus Dalvin Cook running all over people.
Hey, he's getting his end zone touchdowns, his little 3-yard skimpers,
little 1 yard little hit. Yeah, whatever. Hey, points.
He's on my team, so I gotta get what I can get.
I already know. Albert, sup, fellas? What's up? Every time. We appreciate it, man. Guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, please don't forget to hit that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel. We're always giving good advice, popping up comments, helping people with their teams. It's great stuff over here.
All right.
Go real quick. We got one real quick, and then we'll get into it.
Heard that.
I need y'all boys $100 this week. Oh, man. Dak. Mixon, Kenneth Walker. Okay. And I can't decide. Dameon Pierce or Chris Olave. Michael Thomas and Landry are out.
That's a tough decision to make. Let me look at the team one more time.
Olave, Michael Thomas. Let's see. Bam. What do you think, Trey?
Man, it's tough. It is tough. But I would go Chris Olave. I think you would go Pierce.
Yeah, I would. I would go Pierce.
I think Pierce has a better floor. I think Olave has a higher ceiling. So take with that
Pierce
what you
has
will,
been
but
super
I think
consistent.
either one is going to be fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think you're going to be good either way.
Yeah, Pierce has just been so consistent, bro. Just great game, great game, great game, great game. I love
That's
to see
true.
it.
I like the
Mm-hmm.
consistency of Pierce too.
Mm-hmm.
In the situation, if I was in it, I would probably just put in Pierce and move on.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan Thomas says, "Y'all handing out the good candy this weekend? I'll bring the kids by." You already know, man. You already know what we do. But go ahead, Trey.
All
Sorry.
right, let's jump into it with the Viking starts. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting Cousins. I'm starting Jefferson. I'm starting Dalvin. I'm starting Thielen. Are you starting Irv Smith?
I can't do it.
I can't either. But everybody else, throw them bitches in there. I think they're all gonna have a good game. They're coming off the bye. I think everything's gonna be good. They're gonna come out there and pump it up.
Yeah, I like Thielen in this game too. I think Thielen has a good game. Ready for it to be a good one again. Thielen just slow start this year. He's getting older, man. He's getting older, so I like it.
But he's still doing his thing, and I love me some Thielen.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Moving on to my Cardinals starts. You're starting Kyler. You're starting D-Hop. I'm starting Rondale Moore. Zach Ertz, baby. He's my dude. Fuck Kyle Pitts. James Conner is out, so Eno is in. Unless Darrell Williams suits up.
Mm-hmm.
He's a game time decision. But I really want to stay away from the Cardinals backfield. I really don't want Eno or Darrell Williams if they're in. I don't like them in this matchup. It's just been rough for the backfield there. I mean, and of course, most people probably have to do something there. And if you got to, I think you'll be all right. But they're not going to have just an incredible week, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. And Big Money Joe says Hopkins and Eno with Ertz and Murray. They might play keep away versus the Vikings and wear out the clock. I'll tell you what, everybody said don't start Eno Benjamin last week too, and we see how that turned out. I mean, he had a great week. Nobody was saying start Eno Benjamin unless you got to. You know what I mean?
I just worry Darrell Williams comes back and they try to split it up, and it's just a mess. And if you're banking on the points Eno put last week, I just feel like it. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see some consistency before I make that kind of decision.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan Thomas says, better stash Khalil Herbert or Bandy's boo, Rashad White.
It's Khalil Herbert. David Montgomery's slowly losing that job, and Herbert he's a beautiful specimen. I'm stashing that dude.
Yeah. If you can, do it. I do love me some Rashad White, though. I mean, it just that Bucks offense, which sucks to say, it's just not doing it this year.
Right.
Flex PPR, Gallup, Dobbs, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Who you got for the flex?
Donovan Peoples-Jones this week, baby, for sure. I'll get more into it when we get to the to that game, but I like Donovan Peoples-Jones a lot.
Yeah. And we got another one, Stinky Dipey says, what do you think is a good return for Aaron Jones? He's my RB3 right now, and I'm thinking about Olave straight up. A good return for Aaron Jones. Would you take Olave straight up for Aaron Jones if you had Aaron Jones? That's tough.
It's tough, but because of the way running backs are, I would hang on to Aaron Jones. Just because you can find an Olave, not necessarily an Olave, but a well-off starting wide receiver on the waiver wire, and you can't do that with a running back.
Yeah.
If you do that trade and you only got a couple running backs and your running back goes down, you're screwed because you ain't got nothing on your waiver wire that's going to be worth Aaron Jones' potential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Thanks, Stinky Dipey. What a name. Sierra, Herbert, or McKissick? Eckler is out.
Oof. I think I go Khalil Herbert over J.D. McKissick for sure. I like McKissick, but Herbert's been getting more work. They're putting more design plays in for him. I like Herbert a lot.
Yeah, I go Herbert. Yeah, also he just like you said, they're starting to give it to him, so I like it. Jordan Thomas, J-Rob, or Carter? Carter.
I would go Carter, yeah, just because
For
of
now.
the new, yeah. To be safe, go Carter, because most likely they're gonna feature Carter this week, and then get J Rob in there, but I don't think it's gonna be J Rob's day.
Yeah. Chris from Armchair Athletics and the Trenches says, at work, sorry, Paris Campbell, good for 15. Write that down. Hashtag write that down. Backup quarterbacks have all the timing with wide receivers. Threes. Love fourth and flex. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's keep going, buddy. Where we at? Let's see.
We
Cardinals?
are wrapping up the Cardinals. Yeah, that's all I had. Did you have anything else?
No, I like it. Just keep an eye on Eno Benjamin. We don't know what's going to happen there. But let's go to the next game here, Trey. We've got the Chicago Bigfoot versus the Dallas Cobwebs.
Yes, sir. Over under for this game is 43 points. They got the Cowboys winning by 10. I don't know about 10, but I do think the Cowboys take the dub.
Yeah. I got the Bears taking the W on this one, bro. Spanking them Cowboys. Hey, they're starting to seemingly figure things out, right? In Chicago, hopefully, maybe.
Well, I tell you, if the Bears win this game, then it'll look a lot more like they've got it figured out. Because if Dallas defense can't stop them, then they're doing something.
And Sir Bongzala says, let's go, the Bears. That's right. Let's see. For my Bears starts, I picked up Justin Fields on the wire in our 2-quarterback league, man, and I might play him. I got some bye weeks for quarterbacks coming up. I'm probably going to play him. I hope he can stay consistent when I need him to. But I'm going to start him this week, and I think Mooney, right, on the Bears. If there's some people I had to start on the Bears, a wide receiver would have to be Mooney. Khalil Herbert, who we've talked about already. I like Khalil Herbert. I think, like you said, this seems like there's, I don't know if it's the injury or what, but they're sort of phasing Montgomery out a little bit there. Hopefully they're listening to us finally and saying, okay, we got something with this Herbert kid. It wasn't just bad defensive lines and stuff like that. There's something about this kid, and they're going to get him going, get him started in there, and I like it. Keep an eye on Amekius St. Brown. I mean, he is a St. Brown brother, so that means that, look out for that. Their dad, it's like military style for them boys over there, right, man. He didn't do much on the Packers, but I'll tell you what, he looked good last week. I think Kmet has been less than average. I'm sitting Kmet, obviously. I mean, I had such high hopes for the guy, and yeah. Anything else for the Bears?
No, I do, but I do have a start and sit question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather start Najee Harris or Khalil Herbert?
Are you serious? Oh, it's come to this.
It has, and it's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Najee.
Oh, I'm going Herbert.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, Najee's still got that backfield, though, right?
He does, but I think that Herbert has a better week.
Oof.
Hashtag write that down.
Crazy stuff. Let's go to the Cowboys.
Let's do it.
Yeah, if you got Dak, you got to start him. Start up Dak. CeeDee Lamb's been killing it. Start up CeeDee Lamb, obviously. And this is my flex start of the week on the Cowboys. Are you serious? I'm serious. Tony Pollard, my flex start of the week. Zeke is out. Pollard gonna eat. Just saying.
No doubt.
If you got Pollard, throw him in there. And somebody said earlier I got Pollard in my on my bench, and maybe that's just on a regular basis, which I get. But
right. I
think Pollard's gonna eat this week. That's Michael Gallup. What do you think about Michael Gallup, Trey?
He was my start of the week, and he didn't get a single catch last week. I hope they get more work in it, but you can't start him until he does something.
Yeah, I agree. Another one, it's hard to trust Dalton Schultz. I mean, he keeps getting hurt, but these other two tight ends, Ferguson and whatever the other guy's name is, those guys have been doing doing things. They're holding it down for them best they can, and just keep an eye on them. If Schultz goes down for the year, one of those guys is going to step up. So I'm not saying start him. I'm just saying watch him. Yeah, that's all I got for the Cowboys. Trey, what do you think?
I like it. I like it a lot. Pollard's going to go crazy this week. They said basically that Zeke, they haven't said anything about IR yet or anything like that. He acted like he was going to play. He was like, I'm not a bitch. I'll push through the injury. Pain ain't nothing to me. And then that's why you can't listen to players, bro. Players come out like, I'm playing. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, and the Ezekiel Elliott is out for the week.
Right? I know. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah. All right, let's roll to the next game, buddy.
Let's do it.
We got the Las Vegas Reptilians versus the New Orleans Specters.
Over under for this game is 47 points. They got the Raiders winning by 2.5. Let me get the Raiders with the dub. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I got the Saints taking the W on this one again.
Well, I expected Vegas to have the Saints taking the W. I was expecting the Raiders to be an underdog, and I was going to say it was an upset, but they got the Raiders winning, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Dalton's going to come out firing. He's a starter, right? I mean, they're definitely starting him over Winston, so I think he looked not terrible last week, and other than those pick sixes, don't get me wrong. I think Dalton figures it out.
Jumping into the Raiders starts, I'm starting Derek Carr. I think you can get away with it in single quarterback leagues and definitely in two quarterback leagues. Josh Jacobs has been questionable, but it sounds like he's going to play, and that dude's been a monster, a freight train, so if he's in, you play that dude. I've sent 50 trade offers for Josh Jacobs, and no, everybody left me on red.
Same.
Literally, bro. I messaged in the chat and I said, "Hey, bro, check your trades. I offered you for Josh Jacobs, and this dude looked at the trade, didn't even hit decline, just left it."
Like afraid to disappoint you, I guess.
Right. Devontae Adams, he's had an illness. He's like some kind of like flu, but it sounds like he got back to practice Friday. It sounds like he's going to play. If he plays, you start him. Sickness, flu, whatever, get over the practice. He's in the game. You put him in there. That dude's going to be a monster. Waller, he's been hurt. He's still not fully healthy from his hamstring. He's still questionable. Not sure if he's going to play. Even if he does, I don't really want to start him just because of the hamstring. They're acting like he's just not there yet. And the Saints are one of the best in the league against tight end. So, I mean, it's a tough spot there. And I like Mac Hollins over Hunter Renfrow. Yeah.
Is Hunter Renfrow, is he playing? I know he was on.
Sounds like he's going to be back.
Okay.
But I like Mac Hollins over Hunter. I think Mac Hollins gets a little more work.
Yeah, my only problem with Mac Hollins is he's very touchdown dependent. Like, he basically needs to get a touchdown to help you out. You know what I mean? But
I think Renfro is almost the same. He basically needs 6 receptions to get you 6 points because his yardage ain't great.
Usually, he's a PPR monster, but I don't know what's going on him this year, like running into each other. You remember, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't got anything else.
Camera people. Hey, did you see the last game Devontae Adams as he was walking out? So the cameraman was coming by and he stops, puts his hands up, and like slowly like lets the dude get by. And he's like, okay. And then he keeps walking.
Wow.
Really trying to prove a point.
No doubt. Derek Burton says, I digs the costume, guys. Appreciate that.
Appreciate
it. Yes, sir. Mark's got a question. Eno Benjamin or Devonta Smith, Trey?
If Darrell Williams is back, Devonta Smith. If he's not, if it's Eno's backfield, it's Eno all day.
Is Darrell Williams, are they talking about him coming back?
Yeah, they're saying that he could be back this week. And that's going to be, that's what scares me about Eno, but it's going to be like a game time decision. So I would go Eno probably more than anything, but hey, Devonta Smith's ceiling is crazy, but he's had some 0 weeks and that scares me. I have him in a league and every week I just sweat trying to put that dude in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's nerve wracking. They're going against the Steelers this week, if that helps, but, I think I'm going Eno too. I mean, he surprised everybody last week. I think he could do it again. Definitely going to get the ball in his hands more, going to be touching the ball more. So I think I go Eno, Mark. Saints, Trey, what do you got?
Saints starts. Andy Dalton gets the start, even though Winston is healthy. So that says a lot. And that dude put up 361 yards last week. I'm putting him in there. Even in single quarterback, you can stream that dude. I think with that yardage, that's fantasy value all day. You're starting Kamara. You're starting Taysom Hill. Inspector Gadget. Olave Garden.
Hey.
Start that baby up because Michael Thomas is still out and Jarvis Landry is still out. These dudes don't even play on the team. The Saints wide receiver is Chris Olave, baby, and that's the dude you start.
And he's getting unlimited targets.
Right. Juwan Johnson had the double touchdown last week. We mentioned him on the waiver wire show, but he's having some hamstring issues in practice. So he's limited. I'd be worried to start him for the tight end 2 on the team. I'm sure they'll just move him around, and he probably won't get those touchdowns like he's looking like he did last week. So I would sit Juwan Johnson.
And Patty has got a question for us, Trey. Tyler Boyd or Chris Olave for their wide receiver 2?
I like Boyd, with Chase being out and everything like that. But I mean, Olave's the one on his team, so I'd go Olave.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I get the question. It's a good question, honestly, but I think I go Chris Olave here too. Anybody who has Tyler Boyd has got to be celebrating, though. I mean, not celebrating dude got hurt, but just celebrating that Tyler Boyd is going to be the number 2 on the team. But as a T. Higgins owner, I'm excited about the next few weeks myself. We wish too, Jamar baby. Chase obviously a healthy recovery, but you know how those things go.
Right.
Anything else for the Saints?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So it's time for a little trivia. Let's take a little break, Trey. I got some trivia. Now, this is Halloween-related trivia. You are going to be... Let me hit the music real quick. I'm going to play a clip for you, and you're going to have to guess either A, the movie, or B, the killer. I'm going to leave it easy for you, okay? Right. The killer or the movie. You ready?
You're about to embarrass me, but okay.
That's all right. You got this, buddy. You got this. All right. We'll do an easy one first, all right? Ready?
That's Michael Myers, baby.
No.
I told you he was going to embarrass me.
It's Halloween, baby. That's Jason, man. Friday the 13th.
Heard.
That's one wrong, buddy. Here, we got another one for you, though. Don't worry. We got a... Here you go.
That's Michael. Look, it's all Michael Myers, baby.
Ding, ding, ding. You got that one right, buddy. Good job. Let's see. I've got 2 more for you. You ready?
Yep.
Did you miss me? It's time to play.
What do you got?
It sounds like the Leprechaun to me, but I know that's wrong.
No, sir. No, sir. That is Chucky.
Okay. I couldn't watch those movies, bro. I can't do the dolls.
All right, one more, buddy. One more. You got this. This should be an easy one.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Yeah, Mike Hanlon.
That's it, baby.
Yeah, good job.
Let's go.
Good job, buddy.
That's my book.
That is a good one. That is a good one. Yeah.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the
That was
Speaking
the
of,
mash.
what's the dude's name, the actor that plays it in the new It?
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Skarsgård. Okay, well, he's in a
Bill
new movie called The Barbarian. We're not sponsored, but y'all go watch that movie because that movie is amazing. I've watched it. It just came out in theaters a couple months ago. It's on HBO Max, dropped last night. I watched it again. It's one of the greatest scary movies I've seen in a long time. It's just left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn.
The Barbarian, you said?
The Barbarian. Yeah, it's fire.
All right. I'll check it out. But let's get back to the reason we're here, Trey. Let's go on to the next game. We got the Pittsburgh Skeletons versus the Philadelphia Ectoplasm. Ooh.
Over-under for this game is 44 points. They got the Eagles winning by 10. I like the Eagles winning by 10.
Yeah, I like the Eagles winning. I mean, when are they going to lose, though? I mean, there's got to be a game coming that they're not going to win.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a crazy upset, and everybody's going to be like, the Eagles are done.
They weren't legit. It was all just,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Probably. Maybe this is it. The Steelers, they beat the Bucks, right?
Maybe, but probably not.
Probably not. Let's go to the Steelers starts here. Obviously, I don't trust any quarterback over there. I wouldn't start any of them. I said earlier, I think Deonta Johnson is going to have a bounce back game. I'm going to start him in a league because I drafted him so high. I'm starting him. Najee, start him because you have to, right? I mean, you definitely drafted that dude high. Freiermuth, crank him up. He's definitely going to be getting the targets over there. They like him. Pickett likes him, so pick him up. I'm torn on Claypool, though. What do you think, Trey, about Chase Claypool? Do we start this guy?
I don't think so. I think you bench Claypool.
Bench Claypool against the Eagles. That defense has been playing lights out, so you're probably right on that. But let's move on to the Eagles.
Before we move on to the Eagles, I just want
Uh-oh.
to give a quick stat about Deontay Johnson, okay?
Okay.
This man is 4th in the league in targets, okay? He is 4th in targets. He is 41st in yards.
Jeez, he's not catching the ball, huh?
And
So
if he is, he's only going 2 or 3 yards.
Man, that's
So
terrible.
you can look at that two ways. He's 4th in targets, so that means that his stuff has to go up, or he's 4th in targets and he still can't get it done.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Oh, that's tough, man. Because I drafted him like I can't think it was like because I usually like to get my running backs, and then start hitting them wide receivers a little bit. So I mean, he was probably one of my first wide receiver off the board in one of my drafts, in that draft at least. But let's go to the Eagles starts. As much as it pains me to say, you got to start Miles Sanders till he gives you a reason not to. I'm starting AJ, and I'm going to start Devonta Smith too. If I got him, starting them both up. Dallas Goedert is back. You can drop those weak-ass tight ends you picked up from that bye. Goddard back in there, going to get some work. Now, I got a question for you, Trey, and I think I know your answer already, but start Devonta Smith or Deonta Johnson?
Devonta Smith.
Even though you know that he could lay a goose egg on you, you're going to go him?
Yeah, because Deonta Johnson might have 2-3 points. and a goose egg versus 2-3 points, I'd rather have the ceiling of Devonta Smith to go crazy.
Sure. That makes sense. Anything else for the Eagles?
No, that's all I got.
All righty, let's keep it rolling, buddy. Let's go to the next game. We got the New England Poltergeist versus the New York Jeepers.
Over under for this game is 41 points. They got the Patriots winning by 1. Bill Belichick, is always prepared for the Jets. Give me the Patriots with the dub.
Same. Even with everything going crazy with the Jets,
Right.
You're still going to take the Pats in this game, huh?
No doubt.
Me too, buddy.
Jumping into it, let's get my Patriots starts rolling. Stevenson, he's been taking over this backfield. He's been a top 10 RB 3 of the last 5 games in fantasy. You're starting that dude up. Harris did nothing last week. I mean, just had a little couple stuff here and there, which, he just kind of come back. I'm sure he gets a little bit more work this week. But if I'm starting Harris, I'm nervous. I personally, I would sit him if I could. But some people probably have to start him. And if you are, you're just hoping that they give him a little bit more work than what he had last week coming off the injury. Jacoby Myers, I think he's a decent flex option. Mac Jones is back in, and he had double-digit targets when Mac Jones was playing. But I'm still sitting Mac Jones in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mac Jones, he's playing, he's starting, but is he gonna play the whole game? You know what I mean? Like that's
they could swap him in and out and everything like that. either way, I think Jacoby's a good start.
Yeah,
For sure. And then Hunter Henry, if you like taking that touchdown gamble with the tight end, I mean, I just don't think this is going to be a very high scoring game. I think it's going to be a very defensive game more than anything. It's tough to start anybody in this game, but moving on to my Jets. Like I said, you really can't start anyone with confidence on the Jets, in my opinion. Zach Wilson has 1 passing touchdown on the year. So you're sitting him. Michael Carter, like we talked about earlier, I think he's a decent flex option. I think you could throw him in there just because, losing Breece Hall and with Robinson, just coming in, I think Michael Carter gets enough work to put up value in fantasy. I'm sitting James Robinson this week. You want to sit him just because you got him, hold him, sit him, see what he does, and see how they're going to use him. Maybe next week he's worth a start. Maybe you sit him one more week after that. Just kind of play it. Hopefully you can sit him and you have that. Yeah. If I'm starting a wide receiver on the Jets, it's Garrett Wilson taking a shot in the dark. But I really don't want to start any of them. I mean, it's just not a good matchup for the Jets with the Patriots defense.
Sad, man. It's scary over there. But I agree. Let's you got anything else, buddy? Jets, Pats. Let's go then. Let's keep rolling. The next game is the Tennessee Terror versus the Houston Tombstones. I was pointing at the Tombstone.
For this game. I was trying to. I was like, over under for this game is 41 points. They got the Titans winning by 2.5. Give me the Titans with the dub. I mean, the Titans are 4-2. The Houston Texans won one game and got a tie in there somewhere. Yeah. Give me the Titans to win this game, and I'm surprised the spread's only by 2.5.
Yeah, me too. But I get it though, in a sense, just because if you've taken a look at the Titans depth chart lately, dude, it is sad, bro. I'm like, who's this dude? Who's this dude?
Right.
But I got the Titans taking the W also. I agree. Real quick before we move on to the Titans starts, Chris says, will Pickett/Pickens work in Philly?
I think so. I think Pickens gets some targets. I think he gets some catches. I mean, you're banking on a deep shot touchdown, I think, for big value, but I like Pickens this week, honestly.
Yeah. I think Darius big play. Slay gets an interception there though.
That's very possible too. I mean, it's tough because the Eagles have been such monsters. I mean, it's tough to start any Steeler wide receivers with confidence. I agree.
100%.
But where were we at? Oh,
yeah.
Real quick, I was gonna say, you're talking about all these crazy names on the Titans, right? Yeah. So picture a picnic table, all right, and all these wide receivers are sitting at the picnic table. All right. The picnic table is Derrick Henry because he's carrying that team.
Yeah, he is, bro. I mean, you're right. Derrick Henry, he looked scary at the beginning, but he got it going and he's kept it going. He still doesn't quite look the same, honestly, but, I love him and I'm going to start him, obviously, every week. In deep leagues, and I'm talking super deep leagues, Bobby Trees, Robert Woods, if you had to. Tannehill might not play. Keep an eye on that. Malik Willis is definitely most likely on the waiver wire. He's a running quarterback. He reminds me of Lamar Jackson. So just keep an eye out. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Austin Hooper, maybe, if you're looking for a fill-in tight end on your bye week. If you had to, you could throw him in there. Anything else for the Titans?
No, I mean, I'm starting Robert Woods in my 32-man league, but that's about the only one.
As I said, super deep. And Chris says, is Steelers/Philly one of those games that is so obvious that Philly might actually blow it? I could see that.
That's what Chris wants.
Yeah, of course. That is what Chris wants. Steelers fan over there. That's up for the Titans. Let's move to the Texans. Dameon Pierce might be rookie of the year. What do you think? But between him and Olave, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dameon Pierce, obviously starting this guy every week. Brandon Cooks, if he plays, I'm starting him up because Nico Collins is down. If Cooks is out, Chris Moore is the start there, I believe. Between him and Philip Dorsett, which I'm taking Chris Moore over Philip Dorsett. He seems to be getting more looks. So keep an eye on that. But other than that, I mean, it's slim pickings over there on the Texans, buddy.
It's gonna be all running backs.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let's go to the next game. What do you say?
Yeah, one thing I will say, I have a question. So if Brandon Cooks is out, would you throw in Rex Burkhead in a flex? Anything like that?
Nah.
You think he might gain any of that value?
Maybe in a 32-man league, but no.
right.
No, I'm not touching Rex Burkhead. I mean, I see the value. I see what you're talking about. Like he has, but you never know when those big play games are coming with him, dude. Like,
that's right. Maybe a DFS shot if Cooks is out. Throw him in, try to get $1 million.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Actually, that's a good one. But now we can go to the next game. We got the New York Goblins versus Seattle Scarecrow.
Over under for this game is 46.5 points, and Vegas has Seattle winning by 2.
Hey,
which is crazy because no one's putting respect on the Giants' names, but I like Seattle to win it.
You're right by saying that nobody's putting respect on the Giants' names. They have been the underdog in every game they played this year. And I think they're going to prove the haters wrong yet again and beat the Seahawks here.
I don't know, man. My thing is like, they're bound to lose another game. You know what I mean? And if anybody's going to give it to them, I feel like it'll be Seattle. So if they win this game, I mean, it's crazy. The sky's the limit for the Giants. So we'll have to see. But jumping into my starters, we've talked a little bit about it. Tyler Lockett's hamstring. It's a scary start, but if he plays, you start him. Especially if DK Metcalf is out. If he's out, or if he plays, I'm scared to start him, but I feel like you have to. You know what I mean? It's tough, but I feel like you have to. Kenneth Walker, obviously that dude, you're starting him in every league possible and trying to get him in every league possible. That dude's a league winner. Goodwin, like we said, if DK's out, I think he'll be a decent flex. If you're starting him with DK and Tyler Lockett in, you're hoping for some deep shot touchdowns or something. But I think he's good. If DK's out, I think Goodwin's is a good flex option. And we talked a lot about Will Dissly, but I think there's some better tight ends to start this week. I think I'd go ahead and try not to bank on the Dissly touchdown.
Yeah, and that's all. I mean, if he gets a touchdown, then he has done his job. He's definitely touchdown dependent over there. But I agree with you, 100%. That's well said for the Seahawks. Go ahead.
Jump into the Giants. Saquon Barkley, you're obviously starting him. His worst fantasy finish this year is running back 17. This dude's a monster. I think Darius Slayton in deeper leagues, I think you could throw him in there. Wan'Dale Robinson to the moon. This dude's finna go crazy. Everybody's like, Wan'Dale's going crazy because Tony got traded and all this, but Tony wasn't playing anyway. I just think that the plays that they had schemed up for Tony, now they're re-scheming for Wan'Dale for when Tony got back or whatever. So I think they're gonna more focus on Wan'Dale to be the dude. Now that they got the Tony distraction out of there.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, you can start that dude up, man. I mean, he's putting up points consistently, especially in 2 quarterback leagues. I mean, he's doing his thing. Daniel Bellinger is out. Chris Mayarik, if you've ever heard that name as the tight end, I'm going to sit him because I just, you barely trust Daniel Bellinger with his 5 targets, but I just not starting a backup tight end on this offense with Saquon running the thing.
I see what you mean there. Daniel Bellinger, man, that eye looked rough, bro.
And hopefully he gets better and gets back out there, and then his vision's all good and everything.
Well, I got a start sit for you before we move to the next one. Geno Smith or Daniel Jones?
Geno Smith all day, baby.
All day, Geno Smith. He's that great, huh?
Hey, he's a top 12 quarterback, I believe.
Yeah. All right.
Now it's my trivia time.
Uh-oh.
I got some football trivia for you. So, are you ready?
Let's do it. All right, let's go.
Which team has the most wins in NFL history?
Dang, that's a tough one. The most wins in NFL history. Is it an obvious answer? I'll ask you that.
Kind of. I mean, if you think of who's pretty much done fairly
The
well.
Steelers.
No, that's wrong. I'll give you one more guess.
All right. Okay, so if it's not the Steelers, the Cowboys.
And
Denied.
it's the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, really? I guess that makes
Most
sense.
dubs, most dubs. Next question. Which team originally drafted Brett Favre?
Dang, bro, you're giving them hard ones today. Which team originally drafted Brett Favre? Was it the Vikings?
It wasn't, but that's a good answer. It's the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, I knew that.
All right, now this one should be pretty easy. Name 4 NFL teams with big cats as their mascot.
Big cats. We got the Panthers. We got, let's see, big cats. The Bengals.
That's 2.
Let's see. Let me see here.
Don't be looking at the wall, boy.
I'm just thinking. I'm in deep thought here. The Jaguars.
That's 3.
Dang, dude. I can't even think of the last one here. What do we got?
I'll give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
Mufasa.
Mufasa. I don't know, bro.
The Lions, bro.
Oh, yeah, duh, the most obvious one.
Oh, wow. Panthers and Jags came in the league the same year. I didn't know that.
Yeah, meow.
That's all the trivia I got. You were 3 for 3 yesterday. You 0 for 3 today.
Ugh. Yeah, that was rough, buddy. Maybe we should have some guesses, like A.
Some multiple choice.
Yeah.
A, Lions, Jaguars, Bengals.
B, Eagles.
Exactly.
But let's go to the next game. We've got the Washington Coven versus the Indianapolis Crows.
Over under for this game is 43 points. They got the Colts winning by 4.5. Give me the see, that's crazy. Why are the Colts not the underdog? They got Sam Ellinger in there. But I'll take the Colts for the dub because I want to root for that dude.
I want to root for that dude too, but I also want to root for Taylor Heineke. And honestly, I want to see Sam Howell play. That guy, I think, is going to be great coming up. But I do got the Commanders taking the W on this game as well. I mean, I think the Commanders are going to win it. They beat the Packers last week. Surely they can beat the Colts this week, right?
I don't know if they unleash Jonathan Taylor, baby.
Well, he needs to unleash his damn self, bro.
Yeah,
He needs to get it going. Man, I've never had him on my team before, ever. Never got him until this year. And he ain't doing anything. It's crazy. But let's go. Terry McLaurin, you got to start Terry McLaurin up. I mean, him and Taylor Heineke got that connection. You got to start this dude up. Curtis Samuel, I think he puts up enough to stay relevant. I believe so. Antonio Gibson, now they were talking about trading him, but the coach said that ain't happening. So, and he did good last week. He had enough to be fantasy relevant last week. So did Brian Robinson. I think I would start them both up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
get him going.
Position.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I can't wait for Jahan Dotson to come back. I got him sitting on my lineup, just ready for something. You know what I mean? And I think next week's the week for him to come back. Anything for the Commanders, Trey?
That's it, man. You said it all.
Yeah, there ain't much to say, is there? Let's move to the Colts. Paris Campbell and Alec Pierce. Would you start both those guys?
Man, it's so tough. I would lean on the side of sitting them just to see what this new quarterback's going to do.
Yeah.
But if I had to, I'm picking Paris Campbell. and I know you're picking Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. Ellinger, I think he's a running quarterback. I think if you've got a team with a losing record right now, and you ain't no other quarterbacks to get, take a shot, bro. What do you got to lose? You know what I mean? He's a running quarterback. He does stuff on his feet, so just take that in consideration. When you're looking at your guys. Which brings me a question to you, Trey: Andy Dalton or Sam Ellinger?
Andy Dalton. I mean, I like the excitement of the new guy in town, and he's a running quarterback. But just give me the Andy Dalton, and I'll be all right.
You give me a little Andy Dalton, I'll walk away. Okay, I get it. Nyheim Hines, maybe him and Nyheim Hines do stuff. I think that they want to use Nyheim Hines more in the passing game, and I just think Matt Ryan had so much going on that he didn't have time to look over at this dude, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and being that he's new and everything like that behind center, they tend to check down a little bit more because of the fears and the newness of it all. So look at Nyheim Hines to get some checkdowns. For
sure. Big Money Joe says Panthers and Jags came into the NFL in 1995 for your next trivia. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Yeah. Yeah, great one. That's a good one. Guys, do me a favor while we're here. Go ahead, like that video, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it, guys. We're about to start giving away signed jerseys. I just got a box of them in, and we're about to start slinging jerseys in this piece. All you got to do, but you got to be a subscriber to the channel, and we'll see what happens. We got things coming up, but that's all I got for that game, or for the...
No doubt.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Let's do it.
We got the San Francisco Freddy Kruegers versus the Los Angeles Rats.
Over under for this game is 41 points. They got the Niners winning by 1.5. I'm taking the Rams.
Man,
and it's crazy, but I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too.
Say...
Go ahead. Go ahead. I was going to say, Big Money Joe liked and subscribed. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Mucho, man. Thank you so much. Go ahead, buddy.
Listen, Shanahan has 7 consecutive wins over the Rams outside of the playoffs. This dude just seems to have the Rams card, but that's got to end at some point. And I think it ends Sunday.
I'm inclined to agree with you, buddy. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think you're right. I think the Rams take the W on that one as well.
On top of that, they're coming off their bye, so they're all fresh and ready to go. So I like that.
For sure.
Jumping into my starts, starting with the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, you're starting that dude up. I mean, dude's a monster, and they're putting him in. Debo is out this week. So start of the week, Brandon Ayuk, put that boy in. There it is. That dude's my start of the week. With Debo out, he's going to get peppered with targets. And Kittle as well is going to have a great week. Jimmy G in 2 quarterback leagues, maybe stream him. I think in 1 quarterback league I'm staying away from Jimmy G, but I think he's a decent streamer for 2 quarterback leagues.
For sure.
Moving on to the Rams. Man, Cooper Kupp is the only Ram you can start with confidence. And that's tough. Higbee, tight end, you kind of throw him out there, see what happens. But, it's tough. I'm definitely starting Higbee over somebody like Will Dissly, 'cause I think he'll get some design targets. The Rams are making a point to find a new running back. I mean, they were almost had CMC. I'm not starting any Rams running back with confidence, but if I had to pick one, obviously it's Henderson. But it's just scary,
Mm-hmm. Big Money Joe says CMC going to go crazy on the Rams. He did over 100 scrimmage yards with the Panthers 2 to 3 weeks ago. Niners, better O-line. Yeah, I like it. A lot. Definitely. Yeah, I think you're right on that, buddy. I think you hit the nail on the head. Let's go to the next game. All that being
said, the Rams win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Let's move to the next game. And we're at Sunday Night Football, baby. We got the Green Bay Pagans versus the Buffalo Banshees.
Over under for this game is 48 points. They got the Bills winning by 10.5. That's sad for Aaron, but give me the Bills with the dub.
Bills with the dub. You're right. Packers, you think you're still going to start Aaron Rodgers because you drafted him, and there's probably not much else out there, honestly. I mean, if I got Aaron Rodgers, especially in a 2-quarterback league, I'm starting him. You know, he had 2 touchdowns last week. I mean, that's something. You know, that helps. Start both the Aarons. Start Aaron Jones too. Aaron Jones is obviously your guy. I'm still sitting AJ Dillon, man. I don't know what happened to him. Dude just disappeared. But I think Robert Tonyan gets some work. I think the Bills defense is going to be coming after Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to be checking it down to Tonyan a lot. So just keep that in mind when you think about starting a tight end. Romeo Doubs. How many times am I going to blow the horn for this guy? I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to bounce back this game. Cobb is out. Lazard is out. Who else they got?
It's true.
Just saying. But that's all I got for the Packers.
I got a start-sit question for you.
Okay.
With the Bills defense, would you rather start Aaron Jones or Mostert?
I'm going Aaron Jones.
It's tough for me. I probably would lean Aaron Jones if I had both of them, but I have a weird feeling Mostert has a better week in fantasy. I'm just so worried about the Bills defense shutting him down.
I can 100% see it happening. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it happened, but
Yeah.
I can't not sit Aaron Jones.
I agree.
I mean, not start him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your subconscious is telling you something.
Apparently. But let's go to the Bills here, buddy. Start them all the Bills.
Hey, throw him in there.
Yeah. Diggs, Davis, Allen, Singletary. Maybe not all of them. Okay.
Flex him.
Yeah, you can flex on him. Dawson Knox, I think, is going to have a decent game. We're going to find out. Yeah, I think James Cook is another one to monitor, just like Rashad White over there, coming off the bye. I think they're going to try to get this guy in more. And Big Money Joe says, sit Josh Allen. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I got a start sit for you before we move to the next. Devin Singletary or Melvin Gordon?
Damn. Don't make me do that to my dude, okay? You know it's Devin Singletary, but
honestly,
You suck!
all of them do.
it's sad. But yeah, it's Devin Singletary.
Yeah, that's sad. You got anything else for the Bills?
No, besides somebody needs to put some pressure on them because they're just to the moon, skyrocketing. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, at least somebody is being successful this year. You know, at least I get to enjoy that at home. You know,
Does Josh Allen remind you of Quill from Guardians of the Galaxy? Because that's vibes he gives me.
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Chris, whatever his name is. Yeah. Big Mike
Chris
Joe
Pratt.
says Chris Pratt. Yeah. Gordon Mike is sat down for no reason. Yeah, that ain't no lie, buddy.
No doubt.
Let's go to the next game.
Let's do it.
Monday Night Football. We've got the Cincinnati Bloodsuckers versus the Cleveland Black Cats.
See what I did there? Cleveland Black Cats versus Cleveland Browns. Over under for this game is 47 points. They got the Bengals winning by 3. I like the Bengals to get the dub. Their offense is unstoppable right now. I'm big excited about the Bengals offense.
Yep. Bengals win.
Well, I say unstoppable. Jamar Chase hip kind of stopped him, but
Yeah, no lie. I'll say this, man. When T. Higgins wasn't on the field, they struggled. And I wonder if without Jamar Chase on the field, they're going to struggle. I hope not, because I got that, Burrow Higgins stack. But it makes me wonder. You know what I mean?
I like that take. I don't think that they struggle. I just think they look more normal, and there's not as many exciting plays. But I still think that they get it done and get the dub.
Yep.
But jumping into my starts for the Bengals, start everybody on the field. Kind of like the Bill situation. Joe Burrow, he's going to go crazy. They're giving him the opportunity that he wants to throw like he loves to. That dude put up monster points last week. He's going to do it again. With Chase out, Higgins to the moon. Higgins owners, we've talked about it over and over again, but dude's going to go nuts. Boyd, there he is. Let's go, Boyd.
Going to put up wide receiver 2 with huge upside.
That's right. Boyd's in there. Joe Mixon, start that dude up. I know Burrow's been taking some goal line work from him, but he's still a good start. He's still putting up points. And Hayden Hurst, he's got a groin injury, but his targets are going to go up with Chase out, and he already had a decent amount. Tight ends are tough. I like Hayden Hurst a lot this week.
Hey, Hayden Hurst is always injured. I mean, he's always on that list, always, but he always plays. I think he's the unsung hero here, honestly, with the Jamar Chase thing that nobody's thinking about. As soon as we heard about Jamar Chase, everybody raced to the waiver to try to see if they could get Boyd. Obviously, you couldn't. He was already gone. Hurst, I mean, I think he is going to be the unsung hero here, man. So watch out.
I like it a lot. Moving on to the Browns starts. Amari Cooper, start him up. Chubb, start him up. Kareem Hunt, I like him as a sit. The Bengals defense and the stuff that they've been giving Hunt and they act like, that they're scheming for Hunt to get work. It's just been fluke after fluke where it's not happening. But it's hard to start him, I understand maybe flex, but it's hard. Njoku's out. Harrison Bryant's the tight end. I'm not starting him because I think the reason why Njoku got the work he did is because of who he is as a player. And so I'm not starting him. But Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think he gets more targets with it. I think he gets Njoku's targets over the tight end position. I think he gets more of those targets from Njoku's being out. And then Jacoby Brissett in 2 quarterback leagues, I don't think he's in streaming contention with single quarterbacks, but 2 quarterback leagues, he'll put up some numbers.
Absolutely.
So I like that.
For sure. I agree. I got anything else, buddy?
That's it for me, dog.
We ran a little late today, but that's all right, man. Thank you.
It's Halloween special, baby.
That's right. Guys, I've said it already. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Guys, we're about to be giving signed jerseys away. We're going to announce which jersey is first. I don't know. We might do that on our Twitter account. Twitter account is right here at 4th and Flex Pod. You can follow us there. 4th and Flex over there at 4th and Flex at Instagram. I know it's hard, right? But guys, that is it. That is all. And thank you so much. And we will see you on the next one.
Good night.
Trick or treat.
He did the mash.
He did the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up.
Balls to steal this guy.